Hi, I'm Jay Garstecki. Welcome to Operation Fishing Freedom. Join me in the boat today as we feature U.S. Marine veteran Jeff Francis and his K9 Fox.
Military veterans protect our great nation. Pro anglers Jay Garstecki and Ben Olson made it their duty to honor our heroes. They want to share soldiers' stories. The perfect place to carry out this mission? A fishing boat. Get ready to launch Operation Fishing Freedom. Brought to you by Great Clips.
Anglers take in the pristine beauty of Canada's Eagle Lake. Home base, Temple Bay Lodge. And today's story, United States Marine veteran Jeff Francis and his service dog Fox. They traveled together, but never, ever to a place like this.
There's all sorts of new smells that he's never smelt here, like bear and moose. And he's just taking it all in. He's a lot more than a dog. My best friend that I get to bring everywhere.
Including north of the border. In a fishing boat, good things tend to happen.
Hey, it's a monster!
More bait.
Double it up.
No trophies yet, but no problem. Fox seems to know this story is just beginning.
I'd always been fascinated with the military growing up. And it wasn't a huge surprise to my parents when I told them one day, went and talked to a Marine recruiter. Just felt it was my obligation, sense of duty kind of thing, and I wanted to go help out so that people like my brother and other people who don't have to, don't need to.
So how long were you in basic training for? Is that 6 weeks or 8 weeks?
It's 13 in the Marine Corps.
3+ months of grueling training.
It's more mental than physical in boot camp. Just breaking down the individual and building you back up as a team.
Team members lifting each other up, pushing forward through obstacles.
We all look the same, dress the same haircuts, same clean-shaven face, and refer to yourself as this recruit. But the real Marine Corps experience didn't really begin for me until I hit the fleet and got to my actual unit.
The physical and mental grind of boot camp prepared Jeff for his next life chapter.
It all gets better, but it's good at the beginning. It's a learning phase, and the best leaders were the best followers first. It's a brotherhood unlike anything else. I mean, I'm incredibly close with my own blood brother. Got his initials tattooed on my rib cage, but there's a different kind of relationship with someone that you put your life in their hands, and likewise with them with you. It's a different relationship.
A relationship that would take Jeff around the world.
In an infantry unit, yeah. It was during wartime, cycling, 7 months stateside, 7 months deployed. Filled out 3 wills before the age of 22. And that's not uncommon at all in the Marine Corps.
Operation Fishing Freedom is brought to you by Great Clips, Recon Boats, and by Evinrude Outboards.
If you'd like to get some cool Operation Fishing Freedom gear,
or simply make a donation so that we can take more veterans fishing,
log on to our website, operationfishingfreedom.com.
In 2007, U.S. Marine Jeff Francis dodged enemy gunfire in Iraq's war zone.
We had a few days before we actually pushed out into Ramadi, where we were on base, planning everything and whatnot. knew what we had to do, knew what could be coming, but still wasn't totally real yet, even though we were there. We just hadn't done anything yet. Excited and nervous about the unknown, but still excited in the sense that we wanted to do it. Houses over there, man, they're built out of clay. We were moving from building to building, taking weapons and caches that they had too much of whatever, or things that they weren't supposed to have. Pretty much don't know that they are the bad guy until they start shooting at you. Especially because every house, we're allowing them to have an AK-47 and 2 magazines.
Really?
But we permitted that for personal security and safety and everything. So it's hard to judge if everyone's got a gun.
Right.
Each person has a assigned responsibility, depending on the room layout, where an opening may be for another room. It's all very fluid. And fortunately, I never got in a firefight inside a building while I was over there. That was one of the biggest things I was worried about. All the buildings we cleared never happened though, so I'm thankful for that. Outside, we got shot at quite a bit.
Jeff fought a seemingly never-ending number of battles in Iraq.
There was one big one that CNN called the Battle of Donkey Island. Yeah, we had a lot of engagements with them out there for about 2 weeks. They were coming in by boats. We had 2 platoons come from the south. We had a weapons company come from the north. We just kind of ran them to the shore and out.
Insurgents pushed to take over land secured by Jeff and fellow U.S. Marines.
And we had machine gun bunkers set up, claymores. We were living in the reeds for a couple days, wearing nothing but our trousers. We either killed or ran out everyone that was trying to come back in, and after that, the rest of the deployment was pretty calm. Everything up to then was a regular occurrence, and after Donkey Island, then it was very rare, just pop shots here and there, no real engagements.
The war for Jeff began to turn. He saw change.
It was a shock factor when we first got there, but after a few weeks, they realized what we were doing and how we were helping them by getting rid of all the bad guys in the area. They loved us. We didn't have to pound in or kick in any doors anymore. They were opening them for us.
Small moments, kind acts. Jeff remembers all of them.
Offering us food, kebabs, tea. Yeah, they really liked having us over there. Something you won't hear too often in the States. I won't say here because we're in Canada.
Operation Fishing Freedom is brought to you by Great Clips, SKB Cases, and by St. Croix Rods.
If there's anything close to a cure, he would be it for me. He constantly keeps me in check. He just keeps me calmer at all times, too. And I know I can't screw up or make dumb decisions because I got him to take care of. He takes great care of me, and I like to think I take great care of him, too.
If you'd like to see more behind-the-scenes footage and bonus content,
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. If you're a U.S. military veteran living in Illinois, Wisconsin, or Minnesota,
log on to takeavetfishing.org to find an event near you.
oh, that's an eater. That's an eater right there.
Yeah, it is. Look at that fox.
Fox is like, I'm gonna eat that.
Pristine water. fresh fish, and symbols so dear to the heart.
So 2 years into it, you're already in your second deployment.
Yep, by the time I was 22, I had filled out 3 wills,
Really?
which is a little insane to think about nowadays. When we first got there to Ramadi, the streets were completely empty, unless people were shooting at us. So we either gotten rid of or taken out all the bad guys that were around there after about 3.5, 4 months. From the day we got there to the day we left, just seeing the difference in the daily lives of all the people in the city. There wasn't tanks parked in the street or gunshots ringing out all the time anymore. People started coming back outside. The markets started slowly opening back up until you just look outside one day and it's just flooded with people. They're just back to their everyday lives. And it was great. It brought a lot of comfort to me. All those lives were much happier now because of the work that we did there.
Jeff's unit patrolled the streets of Iraq, not just to protect, but to give back.
But yeah, if we got drop pouches full of random candy, throwing it out to kids.
Jeff developed compassion for the locals.
I got really good with Arabic before we left, to the point where I could hold a conversation with the man of the house. And
Really?
get my point across, understand what he's saying. Hey, get over here. Yeah, we had a bunch of phrases that were very helpful, but then learning like nouns, pronouns, and stuff like that. Get over here.
Fox drags Jeff off camera, almost as if he can sense Jeff's story heading for the next turbulent chapter, Jeff's return home from war.
Then flash forward 7 years and see the ISIS flag fly over it. It's very unsettling.
Whimpers continue.
Quiet. Hey.
As if Fox senses anxiety building. As Jeff remembers, the moment he saw the city he helped save fall back to the enemy.
I remember exactly where I was. I was at the VA. Yeah. So I was around a bunch of vets. Probably was a good thing I was there. 'Cause I felt like the friends that I'd lost over there and just all of our service members in general, it's all for naught. It's a pointless death if it's just going to return to the status it was prior to us going there.
Words from a fellow soldier that day would change Jeff.
Remembering why I was over there doing what I was doing at the time, and that they were probably doing the same exact thing, so they died doing that, which isn't exactly in vain. So that was more helpful to me, made it easier to swallow. Still sucks, but he had a good point with that. It changed my way of thinking of it. Yeah, I was a pretty cynical person for a long time. You talk about the guy that, or you talk about the glass, whether it's half full or half empty.
Yep.
I used to be the guy that would look at it, and if it's missing that much at the top, I could have gotten one more sip out of that.
Yeah, okay.
But now I try and find the silver linings in everything, and it's a much more enjoyable way to live life.
Yeah.
A new outlook deep-rooted in Jeff's new life, his new chapter. Jeff also found solace in Fox.
Yeah, this guy changed my life.
A service dog, and more importantly, a friend.
And I recommend any vet going through a rough time out there, if you know of any programs near you or know of people that know things, talk to someone. Service dogs are great. This guy really changed my life. I get to wake up to this mug every single day. It's a good day. And he's a lab, so he wakes up, it's the best day of his life.
This week's nonprofit of the week, Paws Assisting Wounded Warriors. Their mission is to enrich the lives of disabled veterans with the use of service dogs and to educate the public on the benefits of our service dogs. Go to their website for more information.
If you'd like to personally thank a vet that you saw in one of our episodes,
Or nominate a veteran to be featured in a future episode,
log on to our website, operationfishingfreedom.com.
Operation Fishing Freedom is brought to you by Ram Trucks, Power Pole, and by Temple Bay Lodge.
Jeff Francis served 3 deployments in war-torn Iraq. He survived repeated firefights and helped bring hope to a suffering community. Jeff eventually returned home to a grateful nation.
When I got back, all these motorcycles with flags, veterans, cops, firefighters, news crews. It was pretty intense and pretty cool. So many people that I've met through walks of life, all there to welcome me, a banner. It was really cool. It was pretty powerful.
That's awesome. That's the right way to come home.
But those initial emotions died quickly.
Nothing slows down until I got out of the Corps. And then everything has time to catch up with you and
Yeah.
creep in.
Did you guys have any casualties while you were there?
We had a few, yeah. But unfortunately, we've had way more casualties due to their own hands than we have from actual combat. 22 vets a day in this country take their own lives. I've lost too many friends to that.
The Department of Veterans Affairs reports 22 veterans commit suicide every day.
One, it's hard to ask for help for anyone.
Yeah.
That's why I pushed myself away from my friends. I didn't want them to see me, hurting. Instead of getting help, I just isolated, which was not healthy at all. I wish I would have asked for help then. It saved a few years of my life. Kind of stayed isolated up until I got him.
Jeff Francis served his country. Fox now serves Jeff, an irreplaceable bond between soldier and black lab.
It's not war. It's not motion water, change your socks.
Yeah.
You can actually raise your hand here.
Jeff relied on a program called PAWS, an acronym for Paws Assisting Wounded Warriors, a nonprofit dedicated to matching veterans with service dogs.
It's being rightfully matched with the specific dog for you.
Jeff met Fox 2 years ago.
And got introduced to him. He got introduced to me. He chipped my tooth in the first 2 to 3 seconds of meeting me. And we just bonded ever since.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your story with us and bringing Fox up to Canada with you. And
I mean, can't do this in a more beautiful setting.
I got something for you here. Custom-made rod, and it says, in appreciation of your service and sacrifice, Jeff Francis and K9 Fox.
Holy crap.
And it's got all the branches of service on it, American flag, Operation Fishing Freedom,
That's awesome.
and that's yours. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. There's more.
Your very own Jeff Francis Operation
Holy
Fishing Freedom jersey.
So I don't have to
with
go
your
online
name.
and buy
You don't
one.
have to go online and buy one. Thank
Awesome,
you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your service. Thanks for everything you did for our country and our freedoms, man.
Thank you for everything you guys do for us. I mean, this is awesome.
And last but not least, Fox, this is for you, buddy.
Hard as I served for 4 years, this guy does the same thing in the civilian world for me. We were all like Labradors. There'd be no war, no crime. This guy really changed my life. Oh. And And that's how he chipped my tooth day one. Easy, dude. Easy.
If you'd like to thank the veteran that you saw in today's episode, log on to OperationFishingFreedom.com and click on the Thank a Vet button. We'll make sure they get your message.